Well, I think one of the most important questions is, what does it mean to be human? I think that's a question that all of us ask at various points in our lives. But in order to put that into perspective, we need to understand the cultural and biological aspects of close relatives. What was so exciting and unexpected about the discovery of Homo floresiensis on the island of Flores in Indonesia was that to find skeletal evidence of a human on an isolated island in Indonesia in a place that's just so far removed from where we might expect to have found it. And so that's why Homo floresiensis and that discovery was so startling and yet so exciting and invigorating.
The cave itself was incredibly large, and my first thought was, how are we going to scan this site?
Documenting the cave in Indonesia called Liang Bua was a real challenge because of its scale and complexity.
As you dig, you begin to be able to see how the various deposits were laid down. And they're not always nice, we think of a nice stratigraphic drawing, nice layer cake. Oh, everything's perfect. Well, in the real world, it doesn't work that way. You've got undulations and things going on. And the only way to really appreciate that is in 3D.
We worked with the Indonesian team to do some capacity building by teaching them how to use photogrammetry tools. So as they were excavating their dig site, they're able to take 50, 60 images, and they're able to have an accurate record of what that dig site looked like at each level.
And so we're trying to make the effort to collect as much data as we can, layer by layer, so that we can reconstruct that three-dimensional surface and use our three-dimensional models to begin to test different hypotheses about the deposition. The 3D scans of Homo floresiensis have been particularly important because the remains themselves, especially of the main skeleton, were very fragile. So by 3D scanning, it's non-invasive.
The hobbit bones themselves never left Indonesia, but with 3D scanning technology, researchers here at the Smithsonian have access. They can take measurements, they can create an exhibit.
3D is a big part of my research arsenal, or toolkit, if you will. And so I'm thrilled to be utilizing this to really try and answer some interesting questions. And I can show a photo of Liang Bua is one thing, but to say, oh no, here, now getting the idea of when you walk in and seeing the ceiling and seeing the various parts of it is another thing altogether.